Let's talk round one matchups at CDL champs. The first one is LAT versus Boston Breach. And looking at how they compare map to mode, hardpoint win is obviously going the way of LAT 19-9 versus 8-12 for Boston, 19-6 for SND versus 8-9, and control 18-3 versus 8-5. So Boston's best mode recently is also pretty much LAT's best mode. But you can't forget they did beat LAT in round one at Major 2. Then we got the Vancouver Surge versus the Miami Heretics. Honestly, a really banger matchup. Looking at their records recently in each mode, both teams really good at hardpoint. At Search and Destroy, definitely favoring the side of the Miami Heretics. And in control, both teams pretty lackluster. This series feels like it could go the distance, but if we get the Surge we saw at Major 4 that went out top 12, this feels like Miami should comfortably win. Then we get the El Clasico, Optic Texas versus Atlanta FaZe in round one. The mode comparisons are not going to be favorable to Optic, but since bringing on Mercury, they've been significantly better in a lot of these things. Hardpoint, though, is honestly pretty close to 500 for both teams. SND heavily favors the side of Atlanta FaZe, and then same thing with control, although with Merc on the team, like I said, Optic's gotten significantly better at control. And the head-to-head matchups are not favorable to Optic, only having taken off 2 maps from Atlanta FaZe in the last 3 months, but a lot of their maps have been close. And then lastly, we got the Toronto Ultra versus the Carolina Royal Ravens. Hardpoint really bad for the Ravens right now, only a 26% win rate in the last 60 days. SND, surprisingly bad for both teams, both of these being, top half teams in Search and Destroy so far this year. And then in control, also really bad for the Ravens. Unfortunately, the Ravens just hit that rough patch in the season. They have not looked good, and I don't really think they're going to be able to do much here.